Storm Spirit has arrived, and so has round two. Round two of the challenge, well, it's the grand finals. It's round two, there are two phases. It's 4 people in this challenge. But anyway, it's grand finals of the challenge here, GEST, and it's hosted by Gigabyte Corsair, Western Digital, and it's of course Dota Talk. So great shout out to those guys for sponsoring esports. And we have Rattlesnakes Gaming, or if you guys like to call them Rattle Stars, as Lumi calls them, Rising Stars. Anyway, we won't be tripping over them because it's Vici Gaming who is going to be their opponents. Rattlesnakes took a very easy game, and with a similar draft as well the last time. Gonna see if it goes well for them this time. It's a best of 3, so if you do screw up the first time, you have a second try, but that's not how you should be thinking. And I'm joined here by Vikrmon. I myself am Lysander. Welcome back to the cast, Vikrmon. Yeah.
Good to be back. I'm pretty excited for the series. I feel that these are two teams that can definitely surprise two of the more variant performance teams in China. So when they're hot, when they're doing very well, they can beat any Chinese team, maybe even any team in the world. But when they're doing poorly, it can be kind of scary. And I think both teams with pretty solid drafts so far. I think it is pretty crazy that the Storm Spirit came out so quickly for Rattlesnake, but it is a hero that they use frequently, as I think you pointed out. It's something that could be very strong if he gets a nice, solid early start.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, they, like I said, same draft, because they did this exact same draft against against Rising Stars or Vici Gaming. Because they played yesterday in the relegation matches for the D2SL, so they did this exact draft. They did a Lifestealer Storm Spirit, first 2 picks. Immediately telling them they are going for the
I mean, and if it worked then, which I believe it did.
Yeah, it did. They crushed face. There was no competition. Rattlesnakes beat Rising Stars, and they crushed Vici Gaming. And Vici Gaming lost to Rising Stars, so they will not be invited to the next D2SL. So
yeah, I think we'll probably still see them because all they have to do is play in versus semi-pro teams. So I think they could still come back, but. Yeah, I think this is a good draft for Rattlesnake. The Crystal Maiden is something they've been using a lot recently as well. I think the potential of this hero is very good, especially in concert with the Lifestealer, and this gives them a very mobile composition. As you said, the Lifestealer bombs, the Nyx bombs, and the Storm Spirit can be very effective, and even though Vici Gaming have 2 tanky heroes already drafted up, that doesn't mean that Lifestealer and Storm Spirit can't chew through them, especially if they're immobilized by the CM.
Yeah, but CM has to be careful if Vici Gaming goes for those kind of big AoEs or those kind of pickoffs, burst damage like a Nyx. Okay, Nyx is banned out, but something like a Quap, something like that. But Rattlesnake's actually banned out the Doombringer, respect to Susumati. So, and surprised to see he's sitting at the 2nd slot as well. I'm not so sure it will. I don't think it will make much of a difference. It could be symbolic of something, but I don't know. Doesn't look like
I'm not entirely sure. He's gonna be on Chen, I think, almost certainly.
The farming support.
Yeah, every single time. Like 5 out of 6 games that I've seen ZSMJ play, he's been on a jungling farming support. And the 6th game he was like Vengeful Spirit or whatever.
Yeah, the Vengeful
and he's still farmed.
Yeah, 0 and 8 for stuff, no problem. And
no problem.
Lestrak was still struggling with basic boots. That guy was like, amateur. But still, Chen, he got 6 slotted in that previous game. He got 6 slotted, Chen. In terms of utility items, he got 6 slots. So
5 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, he got Vlad, he got his 4-star Mech Drums Arcade. The only thing he was lacking was maybe an Academ's. Oh wow, a Slark for Rattlesnake. Oh well, they do pick it up a lot for Luo. Is it Luo? I think Luo places here.
Yep.
Yeah, they pick up a lot for Luo, and Storm Spirit will be played by Lanham. He is, Lanham. Lanham plays a very mean Storm Spirit.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the loadout, as you said. And Slark gives them very scary potential early on. The interesting thing to me will be how the rest of the laning shakes out. I actually saw Rattlesnake do a sort of jungling support-ish Lifestealer earlier, which was a bit odd, but it worked for them in that game. And here they actually have a number of different configurations that they can still go for. Almost certainly Slark mid, but there are other possibilities as well.
Yeah, I think it will be a Storm mid. Offlane Slark, most likely, because Storm Spirit
could be.
pretty much just well, I wouldn't say he beats DK outright,
10
but
seconds to go.
with a good gank here from a CM, he could easily take out the DK. DK doesn't do very well to magical damage, and Storm is full of it early game. Static Remnant, Overload, all does big amounts of magic damage, and they can be spammed.
Definitely.
So Crystal Maiden, one good gank, and DK could fall very easily, and he doesn't really want to get too near to the creep wave. Even alone, he could be brought down. And Slark, he's pretty survivable on the off lane, very much like a Priestess, or even if they decide to go safe lane with him, the Life Stealer being the aggressive tri lane with Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, I think that's more likely.
But a Crystal Maiden tri lane is dangerous because she's the weak link, she dies very easily, and if you give up first blood before killing another opponent, you tend to disadvantage yourself.
Definitely. Crystal Maiden is a hero that if she takes a couple deaths early is just going to sort of spiral into irrelevance. But Rattlesnake they play this hero a lot. I mean, they actually play pretty safe with her while still rotating and getting ganks. I mean, Kabu played Crystal Maiden in their first game against Mineski today, and at 27 minutes he was 5-0-5. So he didn't die a single time with CM, and it's just his mobility and his positioning was extremely effective. So if they do that,
Kabu?
I think they'll be in good shape.
Kabu plays CM?
Yeah, in that game he played the CM. In the second game, Sag played the CM. But
yeah,
it was unusual.
I watched Sagam CM. Yeah, he did die as well.
Yeah, so they're good with this hero. And the Darkseer pick, so it will be, I think this actually could be Kabu, CM, Sag on the Lifestealer, and Icy on the Darkseer. It's
Darkseer
a pretty
jungle?
greedy lineup. But
Darkseer jungle.
Yeah, it is, I think. I mean, if you're going to run greedy lineups against any team, you can run it against VG, because you know they're going to be greedy.
Yeah, they're greedy and they don't know how to end. So, I don't know. There's an Alchemist, the best of the greeders out there, apart from Bounty Hunter. But still. Bane Elemental, pick up here just for the Lifestealer counter. We're going to see a Beastmaster, maybe? I saw it yesterday. Beastmaster for VG. Was it? No, it was Rising Stars. They went for Beastmaster and a Bane just to counter out VG Gaming's Lifestealer, and the Lifestealer did not have fun at all. But
right. I don't know about that here, though, yeah. Like,
it could shut
the
down
difficulty
Storm.
with going Beastmaster... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it should shut down Storm as well.
Yeah, actually, they could, I guess. They could run the Beastmaster off lane. It's a little harder on Radiant. Or they could run Beastmaster solo safe. Aggressive try with Chen isn't quite as good as aggressive try with Enchantress, but they could try to do that. It's going to be a toss-up. I think VG trying to gauge how much additional farm they can add. So it's going to be Puck.
Puck off lane. Puck off lane. Yeah, we'll do decently well because you can still orb out of the CM. ECM's
yeah, you can definitely do that.
So you're okay. You won't be getting that much trouble in terms of the lockdown because CM, she's great against stuff like against stuff like anti-mage, but Puck is just gonna laugh at all of that. You frostbite, he just phase shifts out of that. So Rattlesnake, they have a very scary lineup. They have a slot for early game harassment in terms of the lane. Where I say harassment means going around the lanes, killing the heroes. He can actually look for Chen once he hits level 6 if he decides to go middle. If he's an off laner, he could actually get quick levels as well because VG Gaming going for that Chen will have a very weak tri lane.
10 seconds to go.
But the Nightmare into Alchemist setup is something not to be looked down upon. Rising Stars did go for that Windrunner, Alchemist, and Bane Elemental tri lane yesterday, and it worked wonders for them. So I'm gonna run through VG. You can run through Rattlesnake.
Alright, sounds good.
It's gonna be FY on Puck, and ZSMJ of course gonna be playing his Chen role. Fenrir gonna be on that very sad support as always. Bane Elemental 2/2 Alchemist, and of course CTY taking up his role as the middle lane Dragon Knight. This guy plays Dragon Knight so often, and yeah, Rattlesnake's all yours.
Yeah, I think CTY, I don't know if Dragon Knight is really a hero that he loves all that much, because I know he likes going super duper hype and diving in there, but it's just such a strong hero you can't ignore it. Looking up towards Rattlesnake, they do look to be running Sag on the offlane Darkseer, so once again, reshuffling, moving everybody's positions around if they want to. Icy's going to be on the Lifestealer. Kabu, as we sort of talked about, is going to be on that Crystal Maiden. We'll see if he can put together as dominant of a CM performance as he did. And then it'll be Luo on the Slark. I'm still not entirely sure what lanes they're going to go for here, but it's definitely going to be Lanham up top, possibly in a solo lane, 1v1 on the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, no. They are actually going for jungling Storm Spirit.
Wow, Jungle Storm is something I haven't seen in ages. It is a thing, kinda.
Because Slark is middle, and he's been pulled. No, he hasn't. How do you afford so much money?
Regeneration.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this seems about normal for Slark because he's out of money. He's not he's not holding any for bottle, so it's
Yeah.
normal.
Dark's here. Yeah, so it looks like they will go for a jungle storm. No, Lanham's gonna take some EXP.
No, it's probably solo.
Oh, they are
I
going very aggressive. Look at this ganking, ganking lifestealer.
Mhm.
This could be interesting.
Ganking Lifestealer.
Oh, this is.
They can do it. They can kill CTY.
Yeah, he's gonna die now. He's on the low ground. He's dead. Open wounds. 200 range. Ice Frog. No problem. Here we go. CTY goes down. First blood. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Icy gets the first blood. And it's gonna be 1.5 levels for him. CM's gonna love that as well. He's gonna love that as well. And now CTY takes an early fall here in this game 1 of this best.
What a great start.
Yeah.
If there's one person you want to shut out very early, it's CTY, just because he is such an incredibly dominant laner, one of the strongest 1v1 mid laners in the world. So it's very smart play from Rattlesnake, a good start, and gets them the early advantage that I feel like they definitely want.
Latch again, and because of this early level disadvantage, look at him, he's dropping very low with all that with all that essence shift as well. Cuts away his strength, cuts away all his stats, and well, Dragon Knight without that blood is not exactly tanky. And he's having a great time.
He's gone the Dragon Blood at level 2 instead of the Dragon Tail. You could just see how much he feels like he needs that regen really, really desperately. And the one guy I'm going to be watching, or one thing that I'm going to be paying attention to this game, is how Fenrir is able to actually level. So they are getting the jungle pulls, and Bane is leveling pretty well so far. I actually think Bane levels are going to make a huge difference in this game, because he is effective both against Lifestealer and somewhat against Slark, because Dark Pact does not remove Enfeeble. So if he can sort of get enough levels that he could actually rank his Enfeeble to a decent amount while also leveling his other abilities, I think Bane could be an enormous difference maker. The difficulty will be finding farm and finding levels on a team with, 4 people that like to farm.
Yeah, looks like Lanham will be taking that off lane again. It's gonna be a jungling CM Lifestealer combo. Very, very unique here. So Rattlesnake's having a little points in creativity, and they're gonna just let Puck go against this against Storm Spirit, but Puck fearing that aggression from that Lifestealer, and Crystal Maiden's not gonna be too aggressive here. Doesn't want to go too near, wants to get a little bit of EXP, gets level 2 at least. But Darkseer picking up the Invis rune is gonna look to steal some stuff from Chen, but ZSMJ is not gonna allow any of that. So Sagam's just gonna get some EXP just by standing around. But DK not having a good time. I say that he's out last hitting Slark here. Because you know why?
Yeah.
The reason why CTY is actually out last hitting Slark was because he was pulled a tangle early on. He
definitely helps a lot, yeah.
He didn't even buy his own tango, they pulled him that one tango, gave him the 3 branches. He was supposed to get that early bottle by the time he got into lane, and I believe they bought a TP for him as well on the way back. So I'm not so sure, because he came back into lane with 500 gold. So
right,
you don't come back with that much gold, and well, he did, and now he's gonna be bottom throwing non-stop.
Sag in a bit of trouble.
I don't think. Oh yeah, he will die. The brain sap was used, so that's enough burst damage. Fenrir, like I said, the nightmare and the setup from the concoction is really painful, because you can even have time to lay down acid spray.
Right.
Let the impact hurt a lot more. So
exactly, it's a very, very powerful combination, because the nightmare lasts so long that you can just wait and wait and wait and always get a good concoction off. The other thing is, of course, he actually might get away from that fight if Bane only has level 1 brain sap, but Bane has 2, because he's, again, they're pulling the lane fairly well.
Latch up here on CTY again in the middle lane. He's gonna find himself down level 1 open wounds, do not need her even. And now Blue will pick up himself another death here on the Dragon Knight. He didn't get the first kill, but the first one kill will go to him now, and he's gonna be very happy with that. He has his bottle now. He went for boots first. He wants to go for aggression. He goes for the boots first. ZSMJ seeing the opportunity for creeps will be coming in for a little farm.
Yeah, I think VG are. It's not actually that bad of a situation for them. CTY obviously not having the most fun time. He's now a full level behind Luo on the Slark. But he's still last hitting okay, and Alchemist is last hitting fine as well, 20 for 13. It's funny, CTY actually on the Dragon Knight has better last hits than the Alch, even with 2 deaths. But still, I mean, is he getting Gravel's Greed? Yeah, he has 2 ranks of it. Not 3, so not the full greed, but I think this approach is just fine. And VG, they're still fairly stable against this Slark Storm Spirit situation so far. We'll have to see what happens when the ult comes out for Storm Spirit and the Lifestealer gets a few more levels.
The Lifestealer is probably going to go for the face drums kind of build. if he wants to be really greedy, like they have been showing to, they're probably gonna go for the Midas. But I feel it's gonna be face just for the ganking. He's a ganking life stealer.
Yeah. Apparently you're still a little bit low, by the way, mic-wise. There's been a few comments in the chat about it.
I have maxed it up, so I don't know. Maybe I'll drop yours?
Yeah, you can drop me, and then people will just be forced to turn it up. I think that's fine. That's probably the better way to do it.
Yeah, so I'll just drop yours because I maxed mine out, and I maxed the output here. And there's going to be a Hellbear Smasher, but I don't think... Luo's not going to die in this middle lane.
There's no mana on the Smasher either. It can't actually do anything.
Just intimidation.
Yeah. I mean, the name is so intimidating just by itself. Hellbear. I'm pretty intimidated. I'm not even having to fight it. But Luo is more bold than me. He has no issue with this.
Well, at least 2-2 is going for more Grievous Greed this time. So, learning from his mistake, and I see another smoke purchased here by the Crystal Maiden. Shows she's going to be a chain smoker here. Level 3 on her, so she has 1-on-1. And we'll have that... Oh, Luo dropping very low, and the rune does spawn bottom, so it's a haste rune from Kabu, and this is a big rune to pick up for Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, with no boots either, so he has no speed besides this haste rune, and it fixes that problem completely. They're probably going to try for 2-2, I think.
Yeah. Caution ping comes out.
Yep. Good caution ping.
Yeah, so 2-2's going to back off there, it's not going to have too much trouble. ZSMJ, he is sitting at 27 last hits, and it pause comes out, so... Here, TP. Yeah, Storm Spirit TP. He's level 6. He's gonna TP behind the tower bottom lane. He's trying to zip down there.
Smart.
I'm not so sure.
I gotta say, even with some early success for the ganking lifestealer, the levels aren't great on it, right? So he's only level 4 Darkseer, level 3 Crystal Maiden. They have gotten some work done with this ganking composition, but they're going to need to continue doing well, or they'll actually find themselves falling significantly
The next guy that
behind.
shows his face is dead.
That's
Double
true.
damage on Slar, zip on hasted CM, and Lanham. By Alchemist. They're gonna dive this. I can see it. The Chinese aggression coming in right now. And nope, they zip on in on Bane. Bane is in big trouble. But I think that Alchemist will TP out right now. Are they gonna TP out? No, no, he's not gonna TP out. He peeks in just in time, but gets a kill. And Alchemist, you made the wrong move. Oh, he blows up the CM though. CM tanked the tower a little bit too much. And she will die, but he dies. He's a lifestealer again. Lifestealer, the ganking lifestealer, sitting at 2-0 right now. And Luo with the double damage, much needed for this one. Easy pickoffs and 2-4 now. Rattlesnake, like I said, they just cruise.
Yeah, they have to keep the train of kills rolling, and that was the exact right way to do it. I'm not sure I mean, yeah, 2-2 coming back in, he does kill the Crystal Maiden, but he gives another kill to this composition that so badly wants constant kills.
Yeah, maybe he'll say, I don't have a TP, I'm gonna get caught anyway, so might as well get a kill while I still can.
Yeah, fair enough.
But Sagam, he has a soul ring now, so he's gonna be happy.
Nice, he's gonna get Lanham easily. That's a very nice kill. He TPs, he does the TP trick, and Icy will drop as well. Those are two nice kills, not worth it for the tower in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely not. And FY actually gets a solo kill as well. He's not been getting enough, and now he has his ultimate. So his top lane has been pretty crippled because he feared getting ganked. So he's been doing the right work, well, the right way of things by not going too close to the tri lane and feeding any kills there, but unfortunately the tri lane did rotate a lot and CTY was the receiving end of that aggressive lane. Meanwhile, Luo is gonna find the double damage. And Lanham going for the urn again. Like I said, I saw it the other day as well. Urn Storm Spirit. So he goes for some kind of utility and he goes for the threads. Without the bottle, he goes for the threads. So I don't know what he's actually looking to toggle with. So he does go for a late bottle later on.
Yeah, he could do that. And Urn, I mean, for a team that's always going to be ganking with the Slark and the Lifestealer and the Storm Spirit, Urn will give you a lot of sustainability. I mean, the Slark can heal up, the Lifestealer can heal up with Infest. Storm doesn't really have a way to heal up between fights except going back or bottling, so I don't mind this Urn. I think it's a solid pickup.
Yeah, with this kind of creativity, I'm actually looking forward to the qualifier matches, if you call it that.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
qualifier matches between Quantic is kind of like creativity from East and West. We're gonna see which one actually does pay off here.
Yeah, it's a really great matchup because yeah, you're absolutely right. It's the two most innovative drafting teams facing against each other, so that'll definitely be cool. But Rattlesnake, I don't know that this sort of passive game really suits them in this situation, but they also can't easily find a kill is the problem. And VG, I think this is a very strong push. You might see Rattlesnake just giving away this tier 1.
Yeah, I don't think the dragon. Dragon Knight. Yeah, they're not gonna stick close to Dragon Knight. Darkseer. No, Darkseer was looking for something. He doesn't have any points in vacuum, so even if he wanted to do something, I don't think he'll be able to. The Tornado's being an absolute pain right now.
Lifestealer is in Slark, so I think they're waiting for VG to maybe overplay their hand and just run in.
Another double damage on Luo. This guy, he and his RNG like CTY could be in big trouble, but I think they will go for Fan Rippers right now. Here they go. A heal comes up from ZSMJ. They are trying to dispel this up, and they will zip on in. The Dragon Knight is dead. Let him in. He's gonna be earning himself up. He earns himself up, gets slapped up. Unfortunately, Luo will be chopping everything and anything down. And now FY, he tries to run. He pops the stick charge. He gets right click and a claw by IC will bring him down. So that was close to a full team wipe, I think. A TP up from 2-2 does save his life. No, he died. No? Oh, he got sent back by ZSMJ. So at least he got out, but his entire team falls.
Not great. I mean, you save the Alchemist, that is useful, but you just lose so much from that fight. And that's the thing, Base Kip and we're gonna have a fight.
Yep. Lanham, a lot of trouble here. Oh, gets frostbitten up. 2-2. Another trouble shot. They pull him. Lanham just out things welcome a little bit. Gets tailed up and he gets poked by the chicken. He will go down 2-2. He has a little bit of an earn charge on him, but IC's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Nope, he does not have the rage in time. That nerf on the rage, man. That nerf on the rage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Kabu gets slapped. They might dive this. Yep, they will dive this. CM's out of mana. Iron Shell. Here comes the slot. And, well, very quick step brings her down. Luo. He's gonna leap on that. Misses onto. No, he does hit it. Perfect wall graphics. Screwing me again. The stun goes on Luo. They will send back to DK. DK gets another stun on Stagger. Stagger will go down, but ZSMJ once again being the master for the team. He will die. And 8-9 now. It's in favor now for Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake might be diving this a little bit too hard, actually.
I mean, it's a replay of this is just very, very heavy aggression, heavy pushing on both sides, just mashing their faces at each other. I think Rattlesnake definitely that battle under the tier 1 tower was probably ill-advised. Lanham using his last mana to get an Electric Vortex rather than keep mana to get out with Ball Lightning. And the Lifestealer death, the Storm Spirit death, definitely things that they could ill afford to have. They end up using 2 buybacks just to salvage something from that fight. So yes, they got the tower deny, yes, they scored a couple kills at the end, but it's still a lot of gold lost for Rattlesnake in the end from that fight, especially after they punished VG so effectively.
Yep.
Is that another DD? Are you serious?
This guy. Oh dear. Puck. Puck. Oh, how does he not see Puck? Oh no. Oh, he sees it now. Oh, he leaves it. What a dodge. But FY could be in a lot of danger here. But Luo, he's in trouble as well. He's gonna run. Is that gonna be a call? Call doesn't work on Invis though. Yep, nope. He latches onto him. He stuns himself. 2-2 at the back end of play there. Oh, he gets gripped though. And now here comes Lifesteal. Surprise! Luo will take a fall here, but Lifesteal will give himself a freebie. And he will run away from there. So that surprise was not what Puck expected there. But the grip, very good grip there. Longest grip of my life actually. I don't know if you can disjoint a grip with a Dark Pact.
Well, you can't disjoint it. You can get out of range in the cast time because it's a pretty long cast windup. So if you range it, it will work. But other than that, Pact. What's up?
With Dark Pact.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you can. That's not. I misunderstood what you meant when you said disjoint. Yes, Dark Pact will remove Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, it's same like Lasso. I call it Butterfingers.
Fair enough.
And again,
Rattlesnake, I mean, I'm surprised that they're seeking to defend this, but then again, I shouldn't be surprised. This is Rattlesnake.
Yeah. You just go talk because they say that you're a bit too loud. So unless there's a lot of fighting.
Luo, they might get CSMJ, I think. They're gonna get the next leap, I think.
Yep, alright. I have lowered the volume a little bit, and Luo, yep, ZSMJ will combo the creep last minute there. I'm not even sure why he does. That gets a hoof storm, but his Centaur is gonna die here.
Yeah. They lose Centaur. I mean, it's a very good creep to have. They do lose the Chen, and that was a really nice defense from Rattlesnake. A complete chase all across the map. One thing that they are struggling with, I think, Rattlesnake, even though they are a little bit ahead, is just getting enough farm for these many ganky carries to be relevant, because none of these are like supports that are useful without items. You want items on Slark, you want items on Storm Spirit, you even want items, I mean, you definitely want items on Lifestealer, and their net worth it's okay, but it's nothing special. Well, Alchemist, even with a 1 death to his name, 2-2 is getting pretty big.
Yeah, Alchemist, like I said, if Rattlesnake dive a little bit more, he can actually farm up very, very quickly and get up the Shadow Blade. But it's now 1.3k. Yeah, he has that now. So Claymore on his way. And 2-2 with the Shadow Blade can look for some quick initiations, and Storm Spirit does not survive an unstable concoction hit.
No, definitely not. I mean, we've already seen that very effectively. In fact, 2-2's unstable concoctions have been really good. One thing he's doing really well is releasing it early to take advantage of Lifestealer Rage cooldown. Like that one kill they got onto Icy near the tier 1, like right around here, was exclusively because he managed to let loose the unstable concoction so it hit 1 second before the Rage CD came up.
Yeah.
So that was just a very neat play.
Swearing at Ice Frog, definitely. Icy definitely not going to be happy with Ice Frog. That 4 seconds, 2 seconds nerf, I think 4 seconds nerf on that Rage cooldown. Yeah, what's it now? It's at 17. It used to be 14, so it's 3 seconds. And it did matter right there. So he died for pretty much nothing. Because of that nerf. He could have actually actually survived there in the previous version, but he will not get it. And a great observer ward. Actually, they smoked right on top of it. So
that's funny. Completely spotted out. I think it was 15, but I haven't looked it up. Regardless, I mean the 2 seconds, 3 seconds. The point is, it's a substantial difference, even if you don't know. And yeah, VG are just actually smoked up as well. They were not spotted. There's CTY not smoked, and then an Alchemist and Chen and Bane all behind him. Well, Rattlesnake, not only did they not find any kills, they did place some offensive wards, but they haven't even gotten the tier 1 here. I think if I'm Rattlesnake, I seek to just take the tier 1 quickly. But yeah, no, they're gonna.
Wave is hitting a tower now. They're keeping VG on their toes, so they will fear a little bit. They will fear a little bit about pushing this here. And meanwhile, CTY, yeah, guys, for that little bit of a camera pause, I was actually fixing the mic as you guys asked. So there was a little bit of camera pause. I did drop Vigmon's mic a little bit and increase my own volume. So hopefully it does feel a little bit more balanced. You guys have to turn it up. Skype still messes with me and I do not know how to switch it up. But hey, wow, Rattlesnake actually sneaking a quick rush.
Yeah. It's for 1 tower, I think, maybe 2, because they're actually taking this rush extremely slowly. They don't have any armor reduction, which is the Nip plus Ultra of killing Roche quickly. It's taking forever. I mean, they won't die because they have open wounds to work with, but they're probably going to trade 2 towers for it. That's actually a pretty big price to pay for an Aegis on non-farmed heroes.
Yeah, and Kabu actually has only 1 point in Frostbite, which I don't like. The Crystal Nova is great because they burst damage and all, but 1 level is enough. You don't really need so many levels of it. You want to have 4 points in that Frostbite ASAP, and now he's gone for 4 points in Crystal Nova.
Yeah, it does give you a big slow, so I suppose to get Lifestealer, Slark, and Storm Spirit into the fight on a budget, that's... I mean, I don't know. It's not like the slow increases with movement either. It's really just the duration of that slow. So I actually think that's an okay trade for VG. Sure, there's now a fairly dangerous Storm Spirit who's going to work towards BKB and has Aegis, so most importantly for Storm Spirit, he has 2 mana pools. But other than that, VG picking up 2 towers there is fantastic.
Yep, and now the CM's still gonna have a little bit of time to pull. And VG, like you said, man, if they have a little bit more time, the farm Alchemist already sitting at 1.9k. And he's gonna buy up something, I'm not so sure he's buying. Is he going for Battle Fury? Is this guy really gonna be greedy? He's gonna be very greedy about this. He's buying a Battle Fury. Yes, he's buying a Void Stone right now. Unless he's going for a Lincoln's, he is going to be very, very greedy.
Wow, that is a late start for his Battle Fury. I mean, he went the Ring of Health, but then delayed the Battle Fury quite a bit.
So
fascinating.
This guy is so greedy. But Fenrir, he has an Arcane, so that's gonna help with his mana problems. The Puck going for drums, not going for Blink Dagger, but he's saving up now. So meanwhile, Luo is just gonna have all that time in the world to get his BKB. No one's actually disturbing him right now, and this is what VG is great at doing, and it's not exactly the best. Sitting on their asses. They're just sitting on their asses now. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, that's certainly true. They are sitting, but I mean, if your Alchemist is going Battle Fury, I guess why not sit on your ass? He can outfarm all 3 of these core heroes of Rattlesnake if he wants to. Once he actually has that Battle Fury out. Interesting that he only has 2 in greed though, so he did keep greed fairly low.
Oh nope, stuns himself. Yeah, he stuns himself.
He's gonna run out of Shadowblade time if they see him. Okay, well they have some inkling.
Yeah,
scary.
He still has his regen. He's gonna try and keep it up as long as possible. He's just gonna zip in and out, and just spend all that mana. So just to keep that regen going.
Yeah, I love, this is the most fun thing to do as Storm Spirit, is just to waste your regen. Oh, he lost it.
Yep, disband.
Disband. Wow, shots fired.
Yeah. Anything is worth, anything is, any kind of mistakes. Whoa.
He has no TP, just chillaxing, relaxing.
A little bit of camping trip here, but Fenrir, oh wow, he spots out an observer here, so good play from him. Otherwise, Lanham could have just zipped on in. He doesn't really need to care. He has an Aegis. They might want to spend this soon though. CTY. He will have his BKB in 50. So.
Ooh, that's a big deal. Those BKBs are also very, very significant this game. I think after the Battle Fury, we'll see 2-2 make his as well, simply because it's so good against Storm Spirit. I mean, it completely shuts down his ability to wreak living terror on you. Slark's done with his BKB though.
And now Lanham has an Invis rune, so he can just walk right next to the enemy now and just pull a target and doesn't have to zip on in and waste some mana. We're gonna see how it's done. Sagam has a Mac and Kabu picks up his Tranquil, so he will have some decent movement speed on that Crystal Maiden.
Right.
Poggle just runs so slowly, and they're gonna push out a bottom lane as well. Alchemist, what's he looking at? He's looking at 8.4k. This guy is greedy, and he's getting paid off. He's getting paid off. 8.4k, 8.5 now, 7,000 for the Dragon Knight, and none of the Rattlesnake heroes are even close. Well, yes, 6.7, 6.6, but lifesteal is really poor because he started off as a support lifestealer and he's wasting a lot of time just traveling on Lanham right now.
He's been inside for now 2 or 3 minutes, maybe more. Now the cool thing about this is it's more burst because he can infest, like he can uninfest, then reinfest, and then uninfest again. Okay, he comes out for this tower.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That kind of doesn't... the decision to stay in for that long doesn't even become justified there, because then you don't even get the burst damage. They do get the tier 1 tower, but they would have gotten it anyway.
Yeah, now
he wants to go right back in, I think.
2-2.
No, he doesn't. He's going to jungle.
Oh wow, they drew a straight line there, and oh, poor CM. Instant death there. Wow, BKB very quick here from CTY. He will get 1 kill, and the stun, the fireball, and everything would just kill that 1 CM. So CM takes it for the team.
Yeah, the BKB, as you pointed out, Lysander, more or less unnecessary. He's just going to fritter out the rest of his time with the ultimate to just AoE down some creeps in the bottom, get some farm. But yeah, that's the first BKB charge, a little anticlimactic, but hey, it's nice to just kill Kabu, create a little bit more space for your team, and especially for Tutu, who... I mean, now he's 7-1-2. His execution in these team fights and just these general chases is actually really, really strong.
He's been getting a lot of last hits, that's for sure.
Yeah. Although he's only the 4th most last hitting player on this team right now. On the map. But he'll have that Battle Fury, that'll improve his farm rate. That's the thing, I think this VG's carry experiments are very interesting, because each of the players that plays carry sort of brings a different sensibility to the role, and Tutu so far, I think it's pretty good. Again, his execution is quite good, especially in fights, but the farm isn't there really. Fenrir.
Oh, there you go. Finally the next bomb lands on him, and IC will get a killing spree, so despite the low farm, he has got quite a lot of kills, and FY, Mikey go down, zip on it, and he will not get killed. So the puck will actually TP out of there just in time. He has his Blink Dagger now, so even if he died, he won't be losing too much. The greedy Alchemist has picked up his Battle Fury, so he's going to be very happy about that one. 2-2. He's been getting a lot of kills, like he said, and kills on the Alchemist, great. No kills, still okay. He can farm really fast and with kills a lot faster. And now this greedy guy, it might actually pay off for him. VG, if Rattlesnake actually drags this for a little bit longer, they might actually lose it. They have lost the Aegis now. It's their turn to actually sit on their butts and not doing anything.
Yeah, without the Storm Spirit Aegis, it becomes a lot more difficult. Keep in mind that his mana pool is still horrid because, I mean, as you've been pointing out, Lysander, he has the Treads, which is fine. The Urn, which gives you no intelligence. It does give you some mana regen, but no int. And of course the BKB, which he was in some respect forced into by the composition that VG are bringing to bear, especially this puck, and I think this puck pick was smart for that reason. But as a result, you have a Storm Spirit that has a whopping 845 mana. He's not able to do that sort of zipping everywhere in a team fight and just taking everybody apart. At least not without putting himself at great risk. So that's why he sort of wants the second mana pool that the Aegis gives, and he's not going to have access to that for 4 minutes if they even win the Rosh at that point.
Yeah, and normally I'm used to seeing Lanham actually farm up to a very quick Orchid on the off lane. because it does help him a lot. That quick orchid will be a very, very monumental in killing at Puck off, or anyone for that matter, with an extra burst with all that mana regen. I just feel when playing against when playing a Storm Spirit, the minute you pick up that orchid, you just kind of change as a hero. You suddenly find that it's a lot easier to zip around. You have all the mana, you have everything, and we have a tower trade here going bottom lane as well as top lane, and well, Luo on that slug. He does have Infest runes, so
yeah. A tower trade I still feel favors VG. They want more of the map for 2-2 to farm, and they have a better pushing lineup so they can go tier 3s easier. But this could be a big fight as well, depending on who, you know, wants to initiate and what time.
Kristanova, here goes Lua. He's gonna zip on and he drops immediately. CTY, he BKB's a little bit late, but here comes the mech as well. Chen heal. That's gonna keep him alive for a long time, but they zip on it. They want to kill this guy and they get him out. ZSMJ, this Chen, MVP for this game. 2-2, he's gonna run away, but he's in big trouble. This greedy guy. He frostbitten up, freezing shield as well. They want to make sure this guy dies. Well, he's gonna die. He's no buyout, so he will not be able to buy out for this. Storm Spirit ended Alchemist's mega kill, but Slop, he overdove there and Puck killed him off. So that's 1 for 1, 11 for 13 now.
He did manage to Fiend's Grip. We talked about that earlier, but he did manage to pact away the Fiend's Grip, but still went down to just the Nightmare and Puck damage following that. So they lose Slark. Picking up Alchemist I think is great, especially when it's a Battle Fury Alchemist. He wants to be farming all the time if he can. A bit of a weird fight, completely split up. I mean, you already highlighted the amazing just CTY running for his life and ZSMJ. Quick reaction on the Hand of God, only a level 1 Hand of God, and just getting that Test of Faith sent him back home. So CTY living through that is a big deal, because that was only an okay trade for Rattlesnake when it could have been a great trade.
Yep, and well, CTY, he got out of there because of ZSMJ, so great placement with Chen. And Chen himself didn't die as well, although he has been dying quite a bit in this game. And if you see, even when he has been dying, he's got Medallion, he's got Mechanism, Ring of Basilius. He's going for Vlads, I think. That armor as well as the mass damage will be good for his team.
I agree. I think tier 2 boots might be useful for him as well, but he could definitely do the Vlads first if he wanted. They do, with this Medallion, they have a pretty good Roche contestation lineup.
Might be in trouble up top. Can you pop the...
I don't think 2-2, he doesn't have the, like, he wants to Concoction and then Shadow Blade.
Yeah,
so.
he's gonna do it now. And this is a little bit too early. A little bit too early. He popped it with 4 seconds left on his Shadow Blade, so... But he's not gonna take too much damage from that. The ultimate does regen him up to nearly maximum HP and mana anyway. So Luo picks up a Yasha, going for that Mental Style. So going for even more debuffs, but Mental Style doesn't debuff, and Feeble probably disables the silence, so that's what he's looking for, I think.
Sure.
Well, he has BKB for that. He doesn't need it.
Right.
Roshan
is up, and the thing is, VG, because they spent a little bit of time trying to get a gank up top, which I'm not sure was that... I mean, the thing is, they haven't done any work of getting vision around the pit. So if you have, you know, this Medallion, you've got this Chen who could potentially build a Vlad's, you want to be in position to contest the Roche when it comes, and instead they're going to smoke over, but only with part of their team, and the vision massively favors Rattlesnake.
Yep. Now they're gonna smoke up. They're gonna look for pickoffs first, and they have the Storm Bomb ready for action here, and they have a level 2 wall as well, and this could be very bad. They're gonna zip on it. They focus right on 2-2. 2-2 actually managed to pop the cork in time. He gets slapped up here by the bait. He's gonna drop very low. He will die. Is there a buyout? There's no buyout, and there's a grip. A mass of BKBs. They bring down Darkseer. They bring down Crystal Maiden. They do not get a chance to drop off their ultimate, so it's pretty okay thus far. But Alchemist is dead. A lot of the damage is gone. Chen is still right-clicking it downtown, and Icy will not be surviving this one. And well, FY still trying to right-click his way to victory, but Lanham, he has a lot of mana. He has a lot, and he's gonna be running away. He's gonna be running right past an Observer Ward. He'll pick up a double damage rune, so that is nice for him. I'm not so sure Rattlesnake can actually throw Shard at the back of this. Does FY really want to go for this?
He just wants to prevent them from being inside of the pit and dealing damage to Roshan. It's not that he really wants to fight, it's that he knows that they can't really kill him, and if he can keep them out of the pit for a while, that's great.
Yeah. FY doing a good job as an offlaner, just knowing what to do in general, and with the double damage rune could help himself get a free wave, and well, that fight wasn't too crippling for Rattlesnake. The Darkseer made a mistake, I think. He didn't throw down the wall immediately. He got hit by a tail, and he immediately went down before he got the wall off. Otherwise, it could have been a team wipe.
Yeah, that was... I don't know. I feel like Rattlesnake just using their better vision there. And for VG, I think they could recover by just putting up some more wards. Fenrir carrying 3. Find the right spots for them. Try to de-ward a little bit and get that control back. I do think that VG have a decent lineup to take the Rosh out from under Rattlesnake, but they need to know what's going on around the pit for that to be viable.
Yep. And 2-2, he's about to get his BKB. The disadvantage of going for that greedy Battle Fury is running up soon. That timing is really coming to close very quickly here, and Rattlesnake, they have to take action.
Lanham's carrying in an Icy.
Yep.
But 2-2's out already, so this is still okay for Rattlesnake. And if they get favorable initiation, it's hard for them to lose a fight, as we saw in the last one.
Nope, they have a gem now.
Neat. Is that on the Lifestealer? That's actually kind of funny. The Storm Spirit is carrying a Lifestealer who is carrying a gem.
Yep.
So the gem is 2 levels deep, but it still gives you True Sight.
And it's, yeah, I saw that happen the other day. I'm not so sure if it happens with the others as well, with Radiance and whatnot. And not even sure why 2-2 decides to go into Shadow Blade there. He's just going to Shadow Blade himself all the way up to the creep wave, and yeah, he'll be farming again. More farm for this guy. He's going to go for BKB very soon.
VG have let this run far enough that now they need the Alchemist to be very big to win fights, and he's not. I mean, he's simply, his net worth is not tremendously impressive. He was about, yeah, I think this is probably a free Rosh. VG are too far away. Oh, no.
ZSMJ, he dropped the creep in there, so Rattlesnake, they just feared that there will be interruptions, but little did they know that Alchemist actually TP'd top, so he will not actually be getting it. So a little bit of a little bit too overcautious there by Rattlesnake, and again another illusion dropped in there in Rosh.
I think it was, as you said, a little bit overly cautious from Rattlesnake, because they did know 2-2 was there. He had de-stealthed already, he was farming, so the creeps saw him. But, I mean, they don't want to take any chances. They know that their lead can be very ephemeral. If VG win a big team fight, if Alchemist just gets a free item as a result of winning a fight, he suddenly starts getting pretty fearsome. Like, he was 3 or 4k ahead on net worth relative to Storm Spirit earlier. Now he's only 1k. Like, Lanham is basically caught up in terms of net worth.
Yeah. He's going for a Hex though. He has an ultimate op as well as 2.8k now. And a zip into a Hex before the BKB activates could be crippling for VG. But BKB's up now.
It is done for 2-2, but yeah, I agree, they could actually land it before the BKB comes off, and it's always bad when you're using your BKB when you're already at 25% HP, rather than at 100.
Especially if it's a 10-second one.
I agree, completely, yeah.
And if you use it to run, you pretty much lost it as well. And now they're gonna go contest Rosh. There's a lot of tension going on here in the Rosh pit, and just gonna be farming up the neutrals in the neighborhood. And Luo, what's he got? He's got a Yasha. He's got 2.6k. All of them just saving for buyout. Sagam, the poor guy, or Kabu, Kabu, the poor guy. Yeah, he's gonna freeze up the Sensor Conqueror, and IC's just gonna beat it up.
Yeah. Oh, smoke coming out from VG once again. How many smokes have they used this game? Mostly unsuccessfully. Yeah, they're out for another 2 minutes. They don't have any more smokes left.
Oh, they want to kill
And yeah,
something?
you can't gank a Storm that easily. He just runs out.
And again, 2-2 gonna stun himself.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really blame him for that. He needed to try to make the attempt, but didn't catch anybody. Slark and Storm Spirit, they're slippery little fishes. It's not trivial to catch them out, especially if they know you're coming.
Yep. So it's gonna be a little bit of a stall fast. Gonna check out the gold graph. It's gonna be nearly evened out actually. Rattlesnake has managed to lose their advantage from about 2.5. It was never really that great in the first place, and the gold graph, the EXP graph, it's 7.5. So Vici are actually doing a lot better than I thought they would. Rattlesnake, they just look so strong in the past few days that it really didn't look like Vici had a chance. But Vici seems to have some coffee going, I think. I'm not so sure, but they have some really different plays today.
Yeah, I think VG are doing very respectably. I think they're a team that, yeah, when they're performing well, when they're not making odd decisions, I think they can be extremely strong. And Rattlesnake, they're fed up. They're in the pit. Luo is beating down this Rosh. He hasn't gotten any bash procs, but this is actually a pretty big Slark, starting to become a factor.
Yeah, but again, ZSMJ, he did drop a creep off in there, so they know that Rattlesnake is there, so they're gonna back off again. They don't have the armor minusing, like you said.
Yeah, then they are giving a lot of time for Alchemist to start to farm up. I mean, the net worth is starting to climb up for him again.
Oh, what
that's
a big zip on in. They are gonna bring down FY. No, what a steep. It does waste a lot of Lanham's time though, but BKB everywhere. 2-2 will be gripped up. Lanham gripped up here. P4 to BKB. This could be horrendous. Signs out on Icy. Icy tries to toggle out of this. He's gonna go down. He snaps the core at the last moment. CTY gets a double kill. That is a good wall, but it's not good enough. A sleep goes out on Sagam. Sagam is in big trouble. They're gonna focus Kabu first, and well, Slot can do nothing here, and they're gonna stamp on Sagam. Sagam's gonna get stamped on, gonna get tailed up, and it's gonna be right click, and a flame to the base. Only FY goes down. Triple kill here for the Dragon Knight, and what is this game? Rattlesnake might have just thrown all the advantage they had early game.
Yeah, remarkable that that went as poorly for them as it did. I feel that maybe they didn't have the focus fire that they needed. Like, different people were trying to accomplish different objectives in that fight. It just seemed like some of them were at cross purposes with each other, and excellent response by VG. And of course, they have the quicker Roche composition. Acid Spray plus Medallion equals dead Roche. And just an extremely quick bringing down of that after a big fight. That's an enormous opportunity for VG to take control back on this game, and a very infelicitous fight for Rattlesnake, especially losing Storm Spirit so quickly with the excellent Fiend's Grip from Fenrir.
Yeah, what I think was the problem was Lanham, he zipped on in with the BKB, he zipped from here all the way here. He burnt 3/4 of his mana pool. I think it was very unnecessary. It was not exactly the best of positions. He could have just walked a little bit and tried to zip on there from there, but he didn't. He zipped all the way. He was lazy. He zipped there, ran out of mana. He hacked someone. He tried to hex FY. Yes, FY died, but he was delayed. He wasted 2 seconds of his BKB base. He zipped on in. Puck managed to get slapped by the Bane, and he just disappeared. He went on with the phase shift and everything else. So it was really hard for the Storm Spirit to actually kill him there. He had to just stop for a moment, drop that static remnant. So wasted a lot of his BKB time, and then he got gripped, and that was when everything went south. All of them got silenced. The Puck drew out a last silence before dying, and the Lifestealer couldn't go into rage. That was the problem there. He couldn't go into rage. He got hit by the Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight hits pretty hard actually with the assault.
He does, absolutely. He hits super hard, and that was you're right, it was a very good silence. ZSMJ also with the fast fingers responding with the Hand of God very, very quickly to make sure that Alchemist didn't die before he could use BKB. Just a great fight for VG overall. I mean, for Lanham, I feel like the psychology there is you see the Alchemist stun himself. You know it's going to be for a while. You want to strike while the iron's hot, and I mean, the Ball Lightning, sure, he went a very long distance, but that is more damage. Ball Lightning does damage the farther you go when you're hitting somebody, so I think he just thought this is the perfect moment for me to sort of take advantage of this sudden vulnerability in the VG ranks, and maybe just everybody wasn't on the same page because it was sort of a staggered walk-in for Rattlesnake and not an amazing job of taking down one person at a time. And Chen has been doing work in these fights, as has Bane, because Rattlesnake feel pressure to concentrate on these sort of Puck Alchemist, and as a result the supports are free to do whatever. Nice courier snipe.
Has been killed.
Oh.
It was carrying part of a, what the hell, quarterstaff?
How do you check the courier?
You just press your courier hotkey when you're selecting a particular team.
Oh right, bottle as well as quarterstaff. Yep. DK was doing some late game bottle crowing there. He was lazy to walk back to the base. But
yeah, the bottle, but the quarterstaff, I think 2-2 wants butterfly.
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig it.
He has a lot of damage. He doesn't really need that much.
It is. And he's not an agility-based carrier, but it is still attack speed.
Does Butterfly give base damage? So let me check. Yeah, he gives 30 damage. It's not that bad. He gives 30 damage, and
the evasion
and the armor
is going to be really good. Yeah, I think it's a good item. I mean, the evasion will be the biggest deal for him probably.
Yeah, and being able to chop down the Lifestealer while he's stunned or while he's in the Acid Spray, like I told many people, Lifestealer doesn't have the best armor. He is really soft. He gets chopped down really fast, and Armlet does give him 5 armor, so he's sitting at 12. He's not a DK with 37. So
37 armor. That's insane, Lysander.
Lifestealer doesn't hurt him at all. It's really hard to burst him down. It wasn't the kind of Lifestealer that does a massive amount of damage to the MKB Desolator type of Lifestealer. Is the kind of Lifestealer that's been taking the side seats, has been warming the bench for you guys. And well, the Storm Spirit, he did go for an hex and everything, but he doesn't seem to be doing too much now.
Yeah, I mean, CTY is just a bulwark for VG. It's going to be so difficult to kill him. He still has a 6-second BKB. He's got, as we've been talking about, the 37 armor. How do you kill this guy if
Alchemist
you're
is 9 seconds on the BKB. It's gonna be impossible to kill him.
Yeah, they're
With
just
that butterfly.
they're really tanky. And even though Alchemist doesn't have that great armor, when he's near the Dragon Knight, he'll get the benefit of the Assault Cuirass. And
the
ZSMJ, yeah, he has the Vlads,
That's
and
10
that
armor.
stacks. Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's not looking good for Rattlesnake. I mean, if they win, it will have to be a very, very big throw from VG.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rattlesnake, there's not... It's not hopeless. They still have a lot of heroes who can scale well into the late game. This Darkseer can eventually... I mean, eventually, but he can make... it looks like he's going Shivas. After that, he could go Aghanim Scepter. I actually think he'll be very strong in this game. Against, you get the Alchemist when he's in his Chemical Rage. You get the Dragon Knight when he's in an Elder Dragon. That would be good. The Lifestealer still has a lot of room to grow. I mean, all he has is Basher, Phase Boots, Armlet. He could definitely become bigger. He's going to eventually need MKB to do anything to the Alchemist. So, Rattlesnake, they're the team that didn't want to slow it down, but I almost think they kind of have to. And just understand that the Alchemist will get 6 slotted, you won't win before that happens, and your plan now is to figure out how you deal with that.
Yep, man. I don't know. They're looking to 5-man it now. VG has got it right. They're going to end this thing right now. They have the butterfly coming out soon. The courier has respawned. He's flapping his wings. He's going out. Unless he gets sniped again. But I think, even if he gets sniped, I wouldn't put it past 2-2 that he just, alright, hack it. I'm going to buy that quarter star from the side shop.
Just buy another one, yeah. It's only 450 because you can sell the old one.
Dire's bottom tower has
450 is peanuts for an alchemist. No, they are not gonna push
really
it.
is.
Why don't they push it? Just push it. They get the
'Cause it's
butterfly
VG.
now.
They can push, I think. He was just finishing that, yeah.
Yeah, Aegis has.
Dire's bottom tower
Okay, I
is
don't know
under
how long
attack.
Aegis is remaining, but
Barely anything. A
1
couple
minute.
seconds.
He's got to be very quick on this one. Let him get stunned by the Dragon Tail. This is bad. He gets gripped. He goes down. Is there buyout? There is no buyout on the Storm Sprint. This could be GG. They're getting pounded here. The Dragon is causing a lot of trouble. Alchemist is barely touched. He does pop the ultimate in 10 seconds now. Coil, Park, don't dive too far. Double kill here. Crystal Maiden will shatter here. A lot of double kill, multi-kills for you guys. 2-2. Warwick punching down his tower. Assault Q Rods as well. I think Rattlesnake are finding themselves in game 2. With a 1-game deficit here. You might be guessing right. Rattlesnake might take this one 2-1. If not losing it 2-1. Or even 2-0
Yeah, I
I
mean-
mean, if they do this again.
Right.
This looks over.
I mean, we talked earlier, Lysander, about sort of Rattlesnake, they... 2-2. You don't have the Aegis anymore, friend, but I think they feel that they can finish it, and they're probably right. Yeah. Nice back.
Door, dead. Icy, no. Yeah, they're not gonna dive it. Good job. They have this
Yeah.
tendency to throw.
I think VG are playing exactly correctly. We talked about how Rattlesnake would probably have to slow the game down, and VG, they're stopping them from doing that. Except this is... CTY's back. They can't keep fighting.
Oh, Luo, big mistake there. He runs back into the concoction. Tutu was about to stun himself, and now Kabu, he wants some of that depth as well, and there will be a GG. A stun up here in Kabu. Kabu will dodge it with the Ghost Scepter, but he will still die. He dropped the Freezing Field as a last performance. He doesn't die, and well, throne does fall, and it's GG. Rattlesnake drops this game against Vici Gaming, and it's a big shocker to me. It's a big shocker to everyone, but then again, they were sitting on their butts, so I can't blame that. It's like letting an anti-mage just come back and farm up and just destroy your face. And, well...
Yeah, I mean, I think VG... I don't know, I think... You gotta give VG some credit. They did, when they needed to push and end the game fast, because the other team was going to slow it down, they did exactly that. I mean, I think they've come in for some criticism for not going for the throat enough, and at the exact correct time, I think that they went in and got the job done. And Rattlesnake, I mean, they had a lineup that needed to be aggressive, that needed to get an advantage in the early to mid game and snowball, and they didn't. And so VG took their time and punished it effectively.
Yep. Alright guys, this is going to be game 1 of the Grand Finals. The winner will be winning quite a bit of money, about 1.5, 1k. And the loser gets a little bit, but winning is all about it. And VG takes game 1 as a best of 3. We'll be back with game 2. I'm your host, Lysander Zenora. Follow me on twitch.tv/Lysander. Follow me at Twitter and like me on Facebook as well. And I'm casting with Vickermon. Plug yourself.
Yeah, people can check me out, VYKROMOND. Just Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, website, all that good stuff.
Alright.
And hope to be back for the next game.
Alright, raid and victory guys. Stat screen for you guys want to see it, and I'll see you guys next game.